joining us to our Monarchy class, the Seer's Rite, with Alicia McNaughton and the Mystical Institute of Healing Arts. The Monarchy Rites were brought through the Four Winds Society by Alberto Vallaldo. I'm a registered teacher for the Monarchy. We're going to start by calling in the Four Winds. To the winds of the south, great serpent, wrap your coils of light around us. Teach us to shed the past the way that you shed your skin, to walk belly to belly on the earth of the mother. Teach us the beauty way, Aho. To the winds of the west, mother, sister, jaguar, protect our medicine space. Teach us the way of peace, to walk softly on earth. Show us the way beyond death, Aho. To the winds of the north, hummingbird, ancient ones, grandmothers, grandfathers, come warm your hands by our fires. We honor those who have come before us and those who will come after us and our children's children, Aho. To the winds of the east, a great eagle condor, come to us from the place of the rising sun. Teach us to fly wingtip to wingtip with great spirit. Teach us to fly high to mountains we only dare dream of. Protect us, keep us under your wing, Aho. Pachamama, Mother Earth, we are here for the honoring of all of your children, the stone people, the plant people, the four-legged, the two-legged, the creepy crawlers, the fin, the fur, the winged ones, all of our relations, Aho. Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, to the high frequency star nations, archangels, ascended masters, and the great sacred feminine. Thank you for bringing us here and allowing us to sing the song of life. Sacred space is now open. If you have some candles, I invite you to light them. If you have a pie stone, I invite you to have that ready for class, to allow it to become anointed with the information and cleared in the fire for use in the second video, which is when we're going to be doing our transmission. All right, so this again comes from this region. So this is a picture of Machu Picchu in Peru. The Monarchy rites were brought through from Alberto Vallaldo in his 10 years that he spent in the Amazon. If you're interested in getting this booklet and you don't have it already, you're going to go on Facebook. You're going to find my group, and it is called the Monarchy Rites Mystical Institute. And under files, you can download this entire booklet, and I'll read to you what we have here. So we are on rite number 4, and this is the Seer's Rite. And I'll just read what it says. So this rite installs filaments of light extending from our visual cortex of our third eye and our heart chakras. This rewiring of our perceptual centers has the potential to awaken our ability to perceive the invisible world. It offers us the opportunity to perceive with more than our image-based eyesight. After receiving this rite, provided we follow through with the dedicatedly unpacking, germinating, and growing of the installed potential, we will be able to see parts of ourselves previously hidden from view. These parts of ourselves we may not have previously been prepared to recognize can now be seen with compassion and brought into the light for healing. Outside ourselves, It similarly allows us to see the world from a compassionate viewpoint and see beyond the apparent to the underlying cause and causes of situations and behaviors. You'll begin to see through the eyes of the heart and the soul. Some of us go on in time to develop an ability to see energy fields surrounding us. So I'll show you this image a little bit closer so you can see what the bands that are going to be installed look like, where they're going to go, and we'll explain that in further detail. So when you turn the page, there is a page for step-by-step instructions on transmitting the rite. Okay. But we're just going to stop right now. We're going to talk a little bit about being clairvoyant, what that means, and what they are talking about. So I teach a lot of psychic development outside of the shamanic practices that have assisted me with that. This is something that I've taught and I've been taught and I've been trained in for, I don't know, 15 plus years. And I work as a professional seer full time. So what I've noticed is the things that block a person's third eye is usually when they don't want to see something. They'll shut down. And oftentimes that happens in childhood from really, really super open, clairvoyant children, indigo children, the crystal children. They come into this world, you know, very, very open and really perceptive and clairvoyant, crystalline beings of light. And sometimes through a series of traumatic events, it's just way too harsh for them to see this deeply into their family, into their surroundings, and so they learn to close it off. We do a lot of inner child healing and some of the other practices that I do so that we can recover clairvoyant vision. The same goes for listening, and most of our clairs, most of our chakras will get blocked by trauma. So what this particular rite is going to do is it's going to open, but in order for you to see the good things that you're wanting to see, you know, the angelic light, the twinkles of light, the bright colors in the aura, you know, visions of our past, present, and future, more insight from spirit, from our higher selves. It's really important that we work through where we shut down. And this particular rite allows us an opportunity to do that with a lot of assistance from the organizing principles of creation, from the archangels that we are getting to know, Pachacuti, Quetzalcoatl, Huescar. We got to know a little bit more about them in the harmony rites, and so hopefully you've been developing your relationship with them, and they will come in and they will help you by clearing what you're seeing as you're seeing it. So assisting you with the healing process, with the perception changes while you come from distortion back into alignment, which will brighten your third eye center. Okay? So there's always a healing process that comes with these rites. Anytime you have a download of high frequency light, there's going to be a place where your unconscious becomes conscious, and what was hidden in a place of darkness for you will start to rise up into the light to heal and align. And that's not always easy to do. And it is in Reiki we call it a 21-day clearing process. In shamanic teachings, when your ego is going through this process of letting go of your old perceptions and old ways of behaving as a defense to strenuous circumstances, that part of you and your personality that was dealing with things in this distorted way that you are shifting out of will actually die, and they call it a shaman's death. And it's painful. It's painful to experience ego death, but it is so liberating, because when your ego is finally able to let go of something or embrace something or allow yourself to see something that's uncomfortable but it's true, then you have an opportunity to completely realign and shed that weight like the serpent sheds her skin, right? So All right, so the first thing that we do when we're giving the rite is, again, we always have a candle lit because the Monet key comes from fire. It's a really beautiful thing to have some sort of offering. So this is ethically sourced Palo Santo from Ecuador, where they only collect this from dead trees, and they also replant and replenish, and we are contributing to a society financially by supporting them that needs consumerism from places where we have more abundance. So it is fair trade. It's a beautiful blessing when we're working with Palo Santo medicine like that. It calls in sweetness. So you're calling in these organizing principles of creation, and what I mean by that is serpent, jaguar, hummingbird, eagle, grandmother moon, father sky, Pachamama, mother earth. The next thing that you're going to do is, now that you're in sacred space, is you want to say, do I have permission to give you the Seer's rites? And when you get a yes, you're going to open up Huaracocha, which is bringing up your hands up into your 8th chakra, opening up this light, and feeling the light coming in from the heavens and wrapping it down around you. Engulf the initiate, calling this beautiful blanket of white light over your initiate. And now your heart is opening, your third eye is opening, you're in this place of receptivity where you're going to be receiving this rite, and I automatically start moving like this when energy starts to move through me. So you're going to be receiving this rite so that you can transmit this rite, and again, you're going to clean your pie stone in the fire, clean your palms in the fire, and the medicine is going to be brought through your pie stone. So all right. This is a little challenging to do without an actual person here, but we're gonna do this. So if the protege was sitting in front of me and they were facing the same direction that I'm facing, I would bring my hands to their shoulders, and I usually just have my pie stone handy. When I don't need it, I usually put it in the pouch, and I have it with me. And then when it comes time for that, I'll get it back out. But for right now, we're just going to place our hands on the protege's shoulders, and we're going to balance right, left, balancing polarities, balancing the masculine and feminine energies. And then we're going to take the pie stone and place it on not my third eye, but their third eye. But this is where you're going to place it, right here. All right, so I'll do it on me, but really it's going to be on the person in front of you like this. So you're standing behind them doing this, doing this, doing this on both sides. Boom, boom, boom. So what we're doing is we're going from the third eye and we're going straight across. And we're going to the back, right here. There's this divot right where the base of your skull meets your neck and your spinal column. So they're calling it the visual cortex. Okay, so from the third eye, a line over the crown of the head to the back of the head and resting just below the large skull bone to the point of the visual cortex. Imagining the installing at an energetic level, golden pathways of light connecting these 2 points and centers of activity. Keeping one free hand firmly on this point of the visual cortex in the back, while your mentor replaces the pie stone at the protege's third eye, now tracing an arc diagonally across the brow, around the side of the head to connect with the visual cortex, and then repeating this on the other side of the head. Repeating this process again one just above the ear on the other side of the head, linking to the visual cortex. Leaving one hand on the visual cortex, taking the pie stone to the heart center, installing the final pair of linking filaments from the heart up over the shoulder to the back of the neck to the visual cortex. And then the other side. So you're going to keep the pie stone on the visual cortex, and then the mentor places their free hand firmly over the protege's third eye, allowing for this full connection to take place. So there's a transmission right here, and then a transmission right here. And that process can take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes to 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how much time you have, how much time your initiate has, how many people you're giving the rite to. I've given this rite to a whole room full of people. So what I've noticed is, while everybody's holding space and experiencing everybody receiving their rite, that they are tuning in and feeling their own transmissions take hold every time they're witnessing it happening. And when you give this, you're also feeling a strengthening of your own rites as well, your own seer's rites. So it's a very beautiful experience to give and also to receive, right? So we'll just do this again a little bit more slowly, and then we'll stop this video and we'll start an actual transmission for you. So you just breathe and you're comfortable. So you're not rigid in your body. We like to call it, act as if you have eggs under your armpits, have nice relaxed wrists. Be in a state of peacefulness yourself. Holding space for your initiate is allowing you to be at this vibration yourself. And you're bringing them into your peace, right? So you're not going to go into the storm with them. Some people come in to get the rites to calm their lives down, or as a healing modality for them to heal themselves, which is common with the path of the wounded healer. Often the healer is going through their own ego death and needs these rites, needs these transmissions to strengthen their light body so that their own lives can heal, and then they learn how beneficial these rites are for other people and have a very strong connection to it based on their own experience. They also hold the blueprint of what it's like to heal something like that. Heal this center and allow yourself to have the courage to really see once more. But those blockages are in a healing process when your protege comes to you. So you're holding space for them. Breathing white light, golden light all the way back for each of these centers. Allowing this line of connectivity, creating a path of light from their third eye to their animal eye in the back. So those old sayings about having eyes in the back of your head, this is what they're talking about. And this is also your pineal gland and your pituitary gland. So it could be right on the heart, but for guys giving this right to a girl, go to their high heart, or just stay, don't ever actually put you don't have to physically touch their heart center. You can hover and bring it up over and visualize the light going in. The most important thing is for everybody to feel comfortable so that they can relax. So sometimes it's nice to put it here on the high heart. And then again, you're sealing it in, and that can just feel really good to stay and allow this transmission to seal the light in. Sealing the light in. Aho.